Hi, and welcome to Everything's Dumb. My name is Victoria.
I'm Kate.
Today we're going to be talking about sunburns and how awful and horrible they are.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
I don't think we're going to have a lot of pushback on that. I don't think this is going to require a lot of listener mail and people writing in and being like, I strongly disagree.
Right, like I have to defend
Have
sunburns.
you looked at this from the other side?
Yeah, I don't want anyone like that listening to our show anyway, because you're insane. No, thank you. Okay, but first, I brought my cats over to my new apartment 6 days ago, and it has been going pretty all right.
Good.
When I moved into my last apartment,
that was their first move.
Well, okay, so when I got them, they were kittens, so they were like taken from underneath the porch where they were born.
Right.
And then into Sally's house. And then they were brought to my house.
Yes.
So they had already been around the block a few times. But then they lived with me for about 1.5 years.
Right. You were their first, like, stable home.
Yes.
And then their first big move with you.
Oh, their first home. Oh my god, they were so cute. They were so little. They were like this big. Okay. So yeah, we moved up to North Hollywood, and I'll check with George, but I think I remember them being behind the stove for like a week.
Aww.
They would so I have 2 cats, and they would just cower behind the stove together.
Aww.
And I felt so bad. And I'd get home and I'd be like, hi, kitty cats, like, where are you? And I couldn't find them, and then I'd check behind the stove, and I was like, you're still back here?
Yeah.
So
that is common with cats.
Yeah. Well, cats love a routine.
Right.
And they're also very territorial.
Yes.
So they don't really like being moved to a whole new place.
Right.
Throws off their routine, and all of a sudden they're in a place they've never been before, and they don't really like that. So I brought them over to my new apartment a few days ago, and it was like late at night, and I had to go over there.
Post-podcast recording.
Yeah, we recorded a podcast, and then I went over, and I had to wash out their little carrier crates, and I had to pack up the rest of their stuff and bring them over. And you and Brian were so nice. You guys hung out with them in my apartment while I brought everything in from the car. You tried to give them squeeze-ups, but they are stubborn as hell.
They were so terrified.
They will not be around anyone besides my ex-boyfriend and me without, like, acting like they're being threatened. Like, you and Brian, of course, are so gentle and kind, but they act like it's the worst situation.
They were both in their
like,
crates.
Cower.
And Bobby was, like, to his credit, he was, like, towards the front of the crate. He was, like, trying to figure out what was going on. And so I kept trying to feed him, like, through the crate. Like, here's your little squeeze-up thing. And I knew that if we let them out, they would just bolt. And we were coming in and out, and that would have been a bad situation. So we just kept them in the crates. And then I was trying to feed Bobby, and he was just, like, looking around the squeeze-up, like, trying to figure out what was going on. And then Brian was over next to Giada, and she was all the way at the back of her crate.
Like up against the back
completely wall. Recoiled and as far back as she could possibly be.
She was like, I want nothing to do with this.
She was just, like, peering out and, like, not interested in anything that was going on. And, so he couldn't... Squeeze Up wasn't long enough. Yeah. The little Squeeze Up treat was not long enough to reach back to Pearl. Yeah.
And when they're stressed, they don't really want treats anyway. Like, I put hard treats in their, like, little crunchy treats in their carriers with them when, like, before I left my old apartment, so that on the car ride over, which they again is right across the street, they could have a treat if they wanted. Car ride. Yeah, but as soon as I put them in their carriers, Bobby kind of just gives up. He's just kind of like, oh, I guess this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
But Giada immediately started meowing.
Yeah.
And then in the car ride over, she was meowing the whole time, and I would be like, it's okay.
Good thing you didn't move to a different city.
I know. I know. Just coming across the street with them was stressful, and I felt really bad. So when they're stressed out, they don't want treats.
Right.
I always try, but they don't want them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But since then, I mean, unfortunately, you and Brian went downstairs to your apartment, and then I opened their crates, and they, like, Giada immediately went under the couch.
Well, we were there for that part. We did stay long enough for you to let them out.
Oh, right.
And Giada booked it under the couch and was just
Bobby
like,
was
fuck this.
exploring.
And then Bobby was really like curious more than anything.
So he
was still freaked out. Like, he still didn't want the squeeze up. He still didn't want, like, he did not want to pay attention to anything other than, like, where am I? What does this smell like? What does this smell like? What is this?
Yeah, so he was exploring a little bit, which was really cute. But then, like, I had to go to bed because I had to work the next morning.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the next day, I had to go into the office for work. So I was out of the house all day, and I felt so bad because I was like, oh, my poor cats are in a new environment without me.
Yeah.
And it happened to be like 95 degrees that day, and I was like, they're also at home and it's hot. So a few days this past week I tried to work from home so that I could be with them and also have them be in air conditioning. Mm-hmm. I could leave the AC on while I'm gone, but like I'm so paranoid about...
Cats prefer warmth.
I know, but I'm really paranoid about electrical fires. Like before I leave my house, I try to unplug as many things as possible. I'm just nervous.
Cats like warm weather, though.
No, I know.
They're fine.
That is what I kept telling myself.
Yeah.
Because I felt a little guilty. But they're doing okay, and they're warming up to it. I mean, I have not let them in my bedroom because I decided that my bedroom is for me.
It's a no-cat zone.
It is a no-cat zone because I don't want them to shred my mattress like they did with my last one. And I don't want cat hair coating everything. Like, I hated at my last apartment when I would pull up the sheet in the night and I could feel all of the cat hair just floating off of onto my face. And I was like, oh God. I was so excited to move into a one bedroom because I was like, I can't wait to have a room with zero cat hair.
Right.
But
it's like your clean room.
Like
you're
exactly.
Static free.
My sterile room.
You put on.
That's right.
You put on one of those hazmat suits every night, and then you go in there for bed, and then you take it all off, and then you can like.
But unfortunately, the last few nights, Bobby has started just sitting outside my bedroom door, just meowing.
Oh no.
And they're not really. They don't meow very much. But when they do, it's like the saddest sound. Aww. So, yeah, the other night I got like 4 hours of sleep because...
Do you cave at all and let them in or no?
No. No.
She's strong.
Well, at first, and then even today I came out of my room and Giada was right by the door. And she was trying to like go one way and I blocked her and she would try to go the other. And for a split second, I was like, maybe I should just let them in and let them see what this room is so that they don't think that I'm just walking off the edge of the earth and closing the door behind me. But then I was like, no, if they see it, they're going to want to come in even more. So I haven't.
A bed? We go under the bed. That's our favorite spot is under the bed because that's all they were at. Yeah. In your last apartment, they would constantly be under the bed.
Always under the bed, especially on a hot day. That was their favorite spot. Yeah. And then Giada also would just sleep on top of the bed like all day long.
Right.
And
now it's a king-size bed and there's so much room under there for activities.
Yeah. But no, that is my room, not the cat's room. So it's taken a lot of willpower. And every time I come out of my room, I have to like check to see if there's a cat right there. And if there is, I have to do it really fast. But anyway,
you need one of those like clean down like a hazmat thing.
Yeah. But I think they're doing okay, and they were a little skittish the first few days, and they seemed really shy. And then last night I came down here to watch TV with you.
No, sorry. So we have to, because I remember the day that you went to work all day.
Yeah.
I was working from home, and I just kept like, I wonder if I can hear him. I wonder if I can hear him. I wonder if I can hear him.
Yeah.
And the whole day I didn't hear anything. Now, mind you, the apartment next to me is vacant right now, and so they're working on it. So all day I heard like fucking power tools and hammering and stuff like that. But I still like didn't hear anything. And since then, like hadn't heard anything. And I think even Callie asked you at work, like, so does Kate say that she hears? Because I was so looking forward to that. I think we even talked about it on the podcast where I was like, I'm going to hear a little pity patter from Giada and Bobby just thumping around.
Oh my God. Being like, oh, is the ceiling going to hold up?
My light fixture is just shaking and rattling like a T-Rex.
So big. I don't know how that happened.
And I haven't really heard any of that. Like, I've been kind of bummed. I keep hoping to hear something like that. And then last night you came over to hang out, and we were watching TV, and the cats knew that Mom was not home.
Right.
And they were having a party.
Yeah, they were... I don't know if it was a planned workout. They were doing, like, CrossFit up there.
It was so much. I think it was a race.
It was like constant, just across the floor.
It was like
over and over.
It was a derby, I think, or some kind of.
And I think we both looked up at the same time, and I was just like, "Sorry."
You were like apologetic, and I was like, "Finally, I can hear them." Proof of life.
I'm just nervous that you're gonna get sick of it.
I'm never gonna get sick of it. It's so funny.
Because if you do get sick of it, I won't know what to... Like, you can't really do that
That's why it's not going to happen. You don't even have to worry about it. It's not going to happen. It's so funny. It's so funny. I love it.
Well, also, Bobby, this morning, so he has a thing about hair ties. And, I mean, I think probably most cats do.
Yeah.
But, like, he really... Okay, so I took a rubber band away from him when he was about 6 months old, and he is holding a grudge.
Oh my God.
But my thought process was, I don't want him to try to eat this rubber band, and it gets stuck halfway down his throat, and then he's like choking, and I'll have to like pull a rubber band out of his mouth. So instead, he was starting to mess with it, and I just immediately took it away from him, and it was the most devastated sound I've ever heard any living creature make.
Oh my God.
It was like the most heartbreaking meow, and he just looked at me like I had ruined his life.
Right.
He was so upset. And I think he has
that rubber band was a game changer.
Yeah.
And you just took it away.
He will not let that go. And so every time he gets a hair tie, because I swear he can like sniff them out. Every time he gets one, he like looks at me. And then he tries to run away, but of course I'm like, I can see you. And then I follow him and take it away from him, and he's very depressed. But this morning he found a hair tie, and I was like, you know what? New apartment, new rules. Like, you can play with the hair tie. And all day he like takes it in his mouth and tosses it across the room, and then he runs after it.
Oh my God.
And then I went up there, because I've been down here with you for a lot of the day. I went up there, and the hair tie was sitting like in his food bowl with his dry food. Because what he does is he finds things and he puts them like in his food bowl, or he puts them in my shoes.
Okay.
This morning I put on a pair of tennis shoes, and there were multiple cat treats and a twist tie and a rubber band.
Oh my goodness.
Just in one of the shoes.
Yeah.
Just in my left shoe, not in the right one. So yeah, he's settling in. He's having a good time.
That's good. And Giada came out from under the couch.
She came out from under the couch. She now...
That night, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not as bad.
Not as bad. She has just started like lounging on the couch, which is really nice. And then when I have worked from home, I was working at my desk the other day, and she would not get off my lap. I mean, I didn't like try to get her off my lap.
Yeah.
But she just kept jumping up into my lap, and then she does biscuits, but like on my bare skin, which is like, it's so cute, but I'm like, this really fucking hurts.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting on the couch yesterday doing work, and she keeps coming over and just flopping down and looking up at me, and I'm like, I'm trying to focus.
Yeah.
You are distracting
Very
me.
distracting.
But yeah, I mean, I think they're settling in just fine, and I'll just have to get a rug so that you don't start to hate me and my cats.
Won't happen.
But otherwise, I think it's okay. I was very, very nervous about it, but I think it's going all right.
Yeah, they seem to be adjusting a lot better, a lot faster.
Yeah.
And they really like this place.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, my last apartment, I mean, it took them a while to warm up to it.
Yeah.
But they've been on their cat tree already. Like, they've spent a lot of time on the cat tree.
Nice.
the little
window
cubby,
they can look out.
Yeah, Bobby loves that window. And
Nice.
the little cubby thing is big enough so that Bobby can fit in there fully.
Oh my god,
Like
that was
the old
so
cat
fun.
tree, he would he'd be in it, but all of his paws would be hanging out. But now he fits. It's really cute.
Aw, he's moving on up.
Yeah. So sunburns are
Great.
one of my very least favorite things in the entire world.
10 out of 10. No notes.
Awful. So I actually did not know this, but a sunburn is an immune response to an overexposure to UV light.
I guess I didn't know
I
that's how you
that
classified that either. I thought it was just your skin burning.
Yeah. It's like an inflammation response.
Crazy.
Yeah, which I did not know.
So if you have a low immune system, you just won't get a sunburn? What would happen?
Yeah, that's not a question I know the answer to.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
You can't just ask me questions. And
I'm just trying to follow the logic.
I mean, maybe. Okay, so I think your cells get damaged no matter what, and then maybe if you have a low immune system, you just wouldn't. Maybe the burn wouldn't be visible, but you would still get the damage from it.
Okay.
That's based on no education or evidence.
I'll take it.
That's just my brain giving me an answer, so we'll see. We won't see because I'm not going to look it up. So, obviously, the sun can cause great damage to your skin. My wonderful late grandfather died of melanoma.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. That was very sad. He was of Irish descent.
Yeah.
I am a quarter Irish. I am a quarter Slovak.
Yeah.
I am half English. So I do not enjoy the sunshine.
Do not tan.
No. I burn quite quickly. Do you see how pale I am? Yeah, I just turned red. Within like 2 minutes I get a sunburn.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I know I've told you this before, but one of the days, because I moved into my new apartment upstairs over the course of a few days, and one of them, it was so hot and I was wearing a tank top and I brought over like a carload full of stuff and I was just running boxes like from the car upstairs, and it only took like 20 minutes. But especially my left shoulder, I guess that was the side that was in the sun the most, was like bright red. Jesus. Like bright red. And then I slept here that night because I was kind of sleeping at my old place, sleeping here, like on and off, whatever. I slept here that night, and I discovered that night that I didn't have hot water in my apartment.
Oh my god, I remember that.
But I didn't even care because I was so sunburned that I took a freezing cold shower.
Yeah.
And was like, this still hurts. Like, I would not have been able to even use hot water anyway.
Yikes.
So that's how badly and how quickly I get sunburned.
Jesus.
It sucks.
You have a very high immune system?
I guess so.
Silver lining around the very red.
Yeah. And I remember thinking before I left my old place to come here to bring all that stuff over, I was like, I should put on sunscreen. And I had already packed it and I couldn't find it. Oh. And I was like, okay, I'll try to do this quickly. Not quick enough.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, that's rough. So yeah, that's why I coat myself in sunscreen every single day. I recently bought a bunch of like long sleeved linen cotton blend shirts to wear for the summer so that
protect you.
Yeah, so that I can wear long sleeves in the summer but still be like nice and cool. And I have probably 7 different sunscreens right by my front door. So every time I leave the house, I just slather myself in sunscreen. I take sunscreen with me everywhere I go. I wear baseball hats. I recently bought one of those umbrellas.
Nice. A parasol.
That, like, the little old ladies carry around. Yeah, and I thought for years, I just thought it was so funny. Like, I never made fun of them, or I never thought it was like stupid.
Right.
I just kind of would see it and like chuckle a little bit because I was like, oh, that's a good idea, like good for them. And it just never occurred to me that I should also do that.
You would be the next one.
Yeah. But I bought one recently, and like I said, sometimes for my job I have to be out and about, and I carry it with me everywhere.
In the field?
Yeah, I have to be in the field.
Yeah.
And I am absolutely walking down the sidewalk with an umbrella as if it were pouring rain, but instead it's just 95 degrees, like direct sunlight, because again, there is no shade in most of Los Angeles.
All the callbacks this episode.
Every callback. See, you can tell that these things genuinely really annoy me because I keep mentioning them.
Because they all join together to make everything that you hate.
Yep. So anyway, I looked up to see if humans have always gotten sunburned or if it's like a new thing because of global warming. And the answer was a little bit mixed. Apparently sunburns are more severe than they used to be, and we are getting more skin damage than we used to because the ozone layer is compromised. Right. But apparently humans have always gotten sunburned. It's just not as bad as it is now. Right. So people have been getting sunburned since the beginning of time. But it used to be that rich people would just stay inside all day. Like they never had to go outside. Yeah. Everything was just brought to them. Yeah. And then
paid subscription plan.
There you go. Another callback.
Yes.
Look at us. So, and then poor people who like worked in the fields would get sunburned. Right. And probably skin cancer.
But who cares about them?
Who cares about them? But being pale used to be a status symbol.
Ooh.
Just like how being overweight used to be a status symbol because it meant you had enough food. Like you had enough money to pay for excess food.
So everyone came out of the pandemic.
Yeah. Looking rich as shit.
High status as fuck.
Yeah. Like if you're pale and fat, good for you.
I remember 2020 being the year I was going to get a tan. I was so determined. I was like, I'm going to go to the beach all the time.
Well, were the beaches closed during COVID, or could you have gone if you wanted to?
I think for a while they were.
They were.
And then it just became like, well, I don't want to. What if there's someone else there and I'm downwind of them and I get the diseases?
Yeah, that was a crazy time.
Yep.
When we didn't know how it worked, so at the beginning everyone was like wiping their groceries.
Yep.
Because they thought that it was maybe like touch. What's it called? Instead of airborne, it was like things that you touched. Whatever. I don't know. You don't know. There's no way to find out.
There's no way to know.
There's no possible way to find out.
No one will ever know
that information. So anyway, like I said, I am of northern descent. People who are from the places
high status
where my family is from
very high status,
are very sensitive to sunlight. People who are from closer to the equator have natural defense mechanisms, but I do not have that, so I get sunburned constantly. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Sunscreen.
Heard of it?
Is I should fucking hope so.
Okay.
Fellow white girl. Sunscreen, as we know it today, is relatively a new invention, but ancient cultures were trying to protect themselves from the sun for years, and I looked up some ancient remedies. One of them is in Africa, Australia, and North America. They use something called red ochre, and it's a clay pigment made of iron oxide. So they basically would just
coat themselves in clay?
Dust, like red dust. Gotcha. It's like elephants do that to protect themselves.
Right. Yeah.
They like use their trunk to throw dust on themselves. Mm-hmm. That's what these people would do. And it forms a barrier against UV rays and insects.
Ooh.
So it's pretty smart. Yeah, mosquitoes. Have you ever heard of those pesky fuckers?
Imagine if your sunblock actually like made bugs.
Yeah.
Like deterred bugs as well.
Well, I mean, we live in North America. You could do that if you wanted.
But in a world full of like 2-in-1 products.
Yeah.
Multi-use.
Yeah.
Why is not all sunscreen?
/ bug spray.
Yeah.
All right. Everything's done.
Coming this fall.
We have our fans. We have our hoodies.
Our actual, we don't have fans.
A literal physical fan.
We have a few very nice friends that listen to this podcast, and we appreciate them so much.
We do. Even though I keep telling them to stop listening. Kelly's always like, oh, I heard blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't have to listen to the show.
Somebody has to, for fuck's sake. Let it be her.
I don't want it to be someone who I see every day.
Oh, well, okay.
It's like a little embarrassing.
Okay.
This is just for you and me.
Okay.
No one else needs to talk to me
So
about
we don't
this.
have to edit these or put these out anymore? Because this is really cutting down on my weekend chores. If this is just for us, like, we don't need to be in front of all these bright lights and fucking with this stupid green screen for 20 minutes every time we do this. We can just talk to ourselves, like, to each other. That's fine. We can get drunk and talk without cameras around.
I mean, we do.
Cheers.
And we will continue to do so. It is now past midnight.
Oh, God. Second latest record ever.
In Japan, they used rice bran oil. The word oil is confusing to me because...
rice and bran don't seem very oily.
Rice bran. Bran relates to the part of the grain. No? Yes? I don't know.
Bran muffins. They're dry. I don't know. Neither of those scream oil to me.
Geishas used to mix rice bran oil with white pastes for protection and beauty. And I think that we should bring back, you know how people they review sunscreens and they're like, oh, it has a white cast to it. And they don't like that because it doesn't blend in with the skin. Can we just bring back what geishas did? Who cares if we all have like white face? I won't be offended. Like, I'm tired of spending so much money on Korean skincare sunscreen.
Yeah.
So that it blends in with my skin. I will have a white cast on my skin. I don't care.
The Trader Joe's one doesn't have a white cast.
Yeah, but it makes my eyes sting.
Ooh.
I know. My life is so hard.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
I guess I didn't know that there was sunscreen that didn't make your eyes sting.
Oh, shit.
Just been stinging my eyes every day.
You didn't know that it was an option.
This is how you don't get cancer. And you just...
No, Korean skincare.
Okay.
It doesn't sting your eyes, but it costs about $40 a bottle.
Fuck, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I'd rather go back to like the $6 one that makes you white as shit. But I don't care.
High status.
Yeah.
Just bring back that high
I'll
status
just do
thing.
it.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll start a trend.
Also, just wear it on days when you're going to put makeup on. And because then you'll just bring your face back to a natural shade with
just
your
a lot of
foundation.
bronzer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fair point. I also don't really care what I look like that much, so clearly.
Whatever.
Okay. In Polynesia and Hawaii, they used to use seaweed.
Different route. Bring back green face.
Like, I want to know what that looks
It's
like.
not going to offend anybody.
Do they just drape seaweed on themselves?
I don't know. The creature of the Black Lagoon is not going to get offended.
I think that's really
Swamp
funny.
Thing will not be canceling any of us.
Yeah.
If we all participate in green face.
I mean, it's kind of like the umbrella idea. You're just putting plant life on you. It's like standing in the shade of a tree.
Right.
You just take the tree with you, and the tree is seaweed.
Sure. You become the tree. I am the shade. And the shade is me.
That sounds great.
It's very spiritual.
Yeah. Well, also, if it's from the ocean, it might be, like, at least a little bit cooling for the first few minutes when you put it on.
Yeah.
Until it starts to roast in the sun.
Yeah.
And then in ancient Greece and Rome, they used zinc and lead pastes.
Okay.
Which, according to the internet, is not recommended
No,
today.
I wouldn't recommend heavy metals on the skin.
But it did reflect sunlight. They said it was effective, but maybe don't do it
Sure.
now.
Yeah.
And then because it was ancient Greece, it said that it was used, so zinc oxide was used to protect laborers and then also wrestlers. Because in ancient Greece, they would wrestle naked.
Oh, okay.
Wrestlers.
And they would labor naked.
Probably.
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
What if you just covered yourself in, like, gold leafing?
Just... It might... I mean, I think it would blind everyone around you.
It would reflect.
But, yeah, that's a very expensive way to protect yourself from the sun.
High status.
There you go.
Bitches.
Covered in gold. That's kind of all I have to say about sunburns. What, do you get sunburned easily?
No. Okay, you would not know this because, again, 2020 was going to be my year of tanning because I tan so well. My family, you've seen Ed. Ed walks outside all the time, and so he is very tan. We tan beautifully as a family. I think we got it from my mom. My dad would turn bright red. He would always look like a lobster.
Ah.
But
my people.
I mean, I don't think he put sunblock on though. It's
probably
not a thing. But yeah, I tan incredibly well. I will burn eventually, but like any burn will turn into a tan, and I tan. So I remember my mother when I was a kid having a tan on her wrist from her watch, and the only time she ever wore her watch was when she was working.
I thought I had one.
And she worked in an office. So she had a tan from walking from her house to her car and from her car to her office. These were not long trips she worked at a tiny real estate company at the time. And it was like a, 12 car lot, and she would park and walk. It was moments in the sunshine.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation pretty soon, and I will come back possibly looking a different race.
Okay. So...
I did when I was a kid. When I would go to the pool all the time as a kid, I did not necessarily look like a white child. I like bright blonde hair and dark skin. It was very confusing.
That is very confusing.
But that's just how I always looked.
I mean, in high school, I think I would burn I was in the sun so much over the summer that eventually I would start to tan because I got so burned every day. And my mom, from the time I was a little kid, I mean, she was aware of our ancestry, and she was aware of the fact that since she was a little kid...
She was high status. And therefore you are as well.
According to the color of her skin, sure, but not according to any bank account.
It's just about the skin.
Well, my grandparents would take my mom and her siblings to the beach on vacation, and they would camp at the beach to save money.
Crazy.
Because they probably wouldn't have been able to afford a hotel for the week.
If I had to camp somewhere, I would camp at the beach versus in the woods.
Oh, we used to go on vacation to the beach and we would go camping.
That seems way better than camping in the woods.
But the problem is that when you go swim in the ocean and then you're covered in salt water and then you come back to your campsite and there's sand everywhere.
Sorry, glamping at the beach, I think. Anyway,
so not real camping.
No.
But she has shown us photos of herself and her siblings building sandcastles and stuff at the beach. Mm-hmm. And my grandma was somewhere around there probably smoking a cigarette. And my grandpa was sitting in a folding chair on the beach with towels covering his entire body and over his head. Just completely covered.
Oh my God.
In towels because his skin could not be exposed to the sun.
Jesus.
And this poor man still died of skin cancer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that is what's running through my veins.
Okay.
And as a teenager, I just wanted to be tan. So my mom would run after me with sunscreen, and we would go on vacation to the beach. We would go to the Outer Banks a lot, and she would find me with sunscreen and be like, put this on your skin right now. And I was like, I just want to be tan. And it was an argument we had for years.
Yeah.
And I mean, she usually would manage to get some amount of sunscreen on my body before I ran away from her. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, your parents really do know best. I don't think that I was that difficult of a kid or a teenager, but in those moments, if I were her, I would have been like, you little motherfucker, put this on your body. We are not arguing about this.
Was this before or after your grandma?
This was... See, that's the thing. I don't really want to admit that sometimes it was afterwards.
Okay, yeah,
Because he died when I was probably 16. So I think up until like 20, I still wanted to get it taken.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be the end of the conversation.
And she should have just been like, do you not remember how 2 years ago your grandpa died of skin cancer?
Yeah.
That would have at least made me feel guilty enough to put it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mother was a lot nicer to me than I think I deserved. Which I'm very grateful for. She's a wonderful lady. She's a wonderful woman. I love her so much. But yeah, I don't really think I was that difficult of a kid. But in moments like that, I'm like, she should have yelled at me.
Yeah.
And she didn't. But yeah, I mean, these days, like I said, sunscreen, layers, shade. I will go out of my way. Like, I will cross the street multiple times to walk in the shade. Yeah. I have my old lady umbrella. Like,
is it connected to a hat that goes on your head?
No, but honestly, that is much more practical. Right. And that might be the next logical step. So if you see me walking down the street in one of those things, I don't want to hear shit about it. No. Just understand that I'm doing it so that I don't literally die.
Okay. Noted.
So if someone could make that a popular trend, I'd really appreciate that.
Just a white cast face with a hat umbrella that covers, like, maybe comes down.
I don't see the problem with that.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I mean, fantastic.
Fashion is always evolving.
So my closing segment is 5 frivolous facts, specifically about my second favorite animal in the world. Okay. Which is sperm whales. Ah, okay. My favorite animal is elephants. Did you just say elephants?
Yeah. I know.
And then my second favorite is sperm whales. Okay, so here are 5 facts about sperm whales. If you don't know anything about sperm whales, you should look them up because they're really cute and they're wonderful and I just love them so much. I watched a really wonderful documentary on YouTube. It was, I don't even remember who made it. It was maybe like an hour long. I watched it a few years ago and it made me absolutely fall in love with them. But it also made me really violently hate humans.
Oh, okay.
Because of what we are doing to sperm whales.
Is that what this segment?
These 5 facts are lovely, and I'm not going to mention the fact that when we drill for oil in the ocean, we use these fucking things that hit the bottom of the ocean really hard to break up the rock so that we can get to the oil, and it terrifies sperm whales and it scares them and they don't know where they are and then they can't hunt and then they starve to death. So I'm not going to mention that. No. I am instead going to mention these facts. They have the biggest brains on Earth. Wow. Their brains weigh 17 pounds. Wow. Which is 7.8 kilograms for all you metric system users. Okay. Which is going to come up in a few weeks. You'll be hearing an episode about that. Spoiler alert. 17 pounds is a lot. Yeah. I think based on
That's a bobby.
Well, that is literally a bobby. My boy cat weighs 17 pounds.
You can lift him, and he's
yeah. You gotta. He's hefty. Mm-hmm. He's not heavy. He's hefty. Yeah.
There's a noise that comes out of you when you lift him. That's heft.
There often is.
That's what heft is. Heft is the.
Oh, but he's so cute. And then you throw him over your shoulder, and he just sits here, and his little nose just kind of sniffs around. It's so sweet. Oh, I love. 17 pounds is a big brain. Yeah. And it's the largest of any animal ever. Does that include dinosaurs?
I don't know. Do we know how big their brains were? How could we know that? Did they stay intact?
No. Yeah. But maybe their skull cavity. I got there eventually. Yep. I did it. Anyway, fact number 2. They dive ridiculously deep.
I thought you said died. I was like, wait, they're not around.
No. They're currently around.
They dive ridiculously deep.
They dive ridiculously deep. And they're still around, and they're very cute. They can dive over 3,000 feet. Okay. Which is 900 meters.
That's more than me.
Is it?
Well, I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've never actually tested.
I think I could dive 10 feet. My lung capacity these days is not... Well, what about you?
I'm just... Okay, so the pool at the place where I used to go to swim as a child, which was a country club, but I'm not going to say that because that's elitist.
Bitch, what?
Well, till I was 10. The pool that I swam in as a child was 12 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
At the deepest point. And so, like, I dove 12 feet as a child. So 10 feet seems a little... I feel like you could go 20 feet as a human and be okay. Right? Because 12 feet wasn't a big deal. Maybe 15
I
feet?
honestly don't know. I haven't been in a pool in years. My sister and I, last summer, so like just over a year ago, we took her babies to her neighbor's pool. Mm-hmm. And it was so cute. We put these little sun hats on them.
That's what you need.
And that is what I need. And I just like held one of them. And again, if you're not watching this, you should look us up on YouTube and watch it. I just held him and went like this back and forth in the water.
Just like pushed him through the water back and forth.
Yeah, he loved it. He was like giggling and his little feet were just floating around. It was amazing. But yeah, I mean, that pool was, 4 feet. Like I was,
right. Yeah,
standing.
Yeah. Right.
But I haven't been in a really deep pool in a long time. So maybe we'll test this out at some point.
All right. Let's go swim.
Let's find an Olympic-sized swimming pool and we can have a competition.
Okay.
And I'm very stubborn, so I will win.
Okay.
Okay, so
I just think you could. I think you could dive that deep. I think you could go at least 15 feet without a problem at all, like without even thinking about it.
Okay.
Like I think 10 feet is not as deep.
I'm not reaching for the stars enough with that one.
No, because like I said, like regular swimming pools were just 12 feet. I mean, it was a country club, but still 12 feet was not.
Okay, well, the public pool that I grew up going to.
They have those?
Yes. For us poors. I'm just kidding. My family wasn't even poor. We just, my parents foolishly spent all their money on my education. What a waste of money that was.
What a bad investment that was.
I know.
You're right here with me.
Not even, I know.
Dummy who was fucking swimming at the country club.
You and your brother sometimes just sound like the exact same person. Like the way you deliver jokes. I'm just like, I'm just hanging out with Ed for the night. Anyway,
you're welcome.
So they can also stay underwater for over an hour while they hunt.
Jesus.
Which is a long time.
Yeah. And that definitely beats me. As far as being able to hold my breath for that long.
Yeah.
Now I see why they can dive so deep.
Yes.
It's not just that they can withstand the pressure, it's that they're good down there for a fucking while.
And yes, speaking of pressure, so 3,000 feet is very deep.
Yeah. And
I think a mile is like 5,280 feet. So not quite a mile, but like at least half a mile under the water. Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah. A mile underwater is insane.
Yeah.
Like to think about traveling a mile and going that far down. No, never.
I will not think about that.
I would go camping before I would do that shit. Like that. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not even in a submarine.
No.
Nope, never.
No.
Ever,
well, I never want to be in a submarine because I have claustrophobia.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be underwater. The ocean kind of terrifies me a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out in the middle of it. I don't want to be under it. I don't want to be... I'm cool on the beach. I like the beach. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to be like, you stay there and I'm going to stay here and we are good.
Right. You have your place. I have mine.
Yeah. I don't belong there. You don't belong here. No big giant waves. I'm not going in you. We're good. We're totally good. Mutual respect. But I'm not a sperm whale.
No, you're not. And if you were, your rib cage could collapse to help you handle the pressure of being 3,000 feet under the surface.
What the
And they also slow their heart rate to conserve oxygen, which is how they can stay underwater for so long.
Holy
and this is while they're hunting. So while they're hunting, their rib cage collapses and they slow their heartbeat. So these are some badass little babies.
Do they have? Is adrenaline something that is that just human or I don't know anything. Do other animals feel adrenaline? Because I feel like hunting is like an adrenaline filled thing. I can't imagine slowing your heart rate down. and collapsing your fucking ribs while you're just like...
Well, scientists think that
Fuck.
sperm whales hunt using echolocation. You know echolocation?
Yeah.
So they think that they use echolocation blasts that are so loud that they stun their prey.
Oh, shit.
So they might not feel that much adrenaline because it's not like they're literally chasing their prey.
Okay, that makes sense.
They just find their prey and then they stun it.
And then they blast so much sound at it.
Yeah.
They scream so loud in its face that it just can't move anymore.
And they eat giant squid, and they also eat colossal squid.
Fucking what?
And sometimes they have deep sea battles with these squid.
I sincerely thought when you were talking about eating and then the word, I thought you were going to say buffet. Deep sea buffet of squid galore.
Squid. I mean,
all you can eat squid and shrimp.
Yeah.
Which for them would be a lot. They eat a lot of shrimp because
like 1 million shrimp at once.
Sorry.
It's all good. I mean, they deserve a buffet.
Undersea battles.
The best.
Yeah.
Deep sea battles.
Deep sea battles, sorry.
Yes.
Of course they're undersea battles.
And
they wouldn't be above
3,000 feet under the slap. Just a slap on the surface of the ocean.
Just smack a dolphin for no reason mid-jump.
So fucking funny to see. Okay. But also these deep sea battles, sometimes they can get scars from the squid. So if you see a sperm whale that has scars on it, they probably got into a deep sea battle.
With a colossal squid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's pretty hardcore.
Yes. And then also, so this squid, you know this as a viewer of Bob's Burgers.
Okay.
So when they eat squid, and squid are... I don't love squid. I love sperm whales. Don't love squid. They have beaks.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Like a parrot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they do.
But...
Yes.
Where? On their faces? No.
So it's kind of like a tube-looking thing. And then they have all their little legs that come out from the tube-looking thing. And then where the legs meet the tube thing is a beak. And they, like, get fish with their little legs, and they, like, put it in their beak, and then they eat. It's, I'm going to use the word disgusting. I know that, like, all God's creatures, but, like, it's not cute. Yeah, a beak. So, when a sperm whale eats a squid... Beak. Yep. Have you not seen the episode of Bob's Burgers where they find the ambergris on the shore?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, when they eat the squid, the body of the squid is like digested, but the beak does not dissolve. So the whale's body produces this waxy substance that surrounds the beak so that it doesn't shred their insides as they pass it.
Okay.
And then they like poop out ambergris.
Okay. Which
is this big waxy lump.
I remember that part. I don't remember there being a beak inside, like a fucking
Well, I mean, they didn't
cereal
show
prize.
it. But Tina looked it up and she saw the little visual of, like, how it was formed.
Okay.
Anyway, so ambergris is used to make perfume, and it's extremely valuable and expensive.
Okay.
And you can also eat it. Apparently they used to eat it. It was like a delicacy.
Okay.
But it is now illegal because whales are endangered.
Okay.
Yeah. You look so shocked.
And it's okay. It's illegal and gross. It was gross first and now it's illegal, and that's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes laws are good.
Sometimes they are. Okay, here's my final fact about sperm whales.
Okay.
Let me double check to make sure I got them all, because I'm now realizing that maybe...
Are there any gross ones? Are there any gross facts? Maybe there could be a gross one.
Well, you found the ambergris to be pretty gross.
Did I?
Yes. No, this last one is really cute.
Okay.
So sperm whales sleep vertically.
Mm-hmm.
So they...
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, not personally, but you know.
They stick their little noses
up toward the surface
to the sun, and then they just look like giant, like, skyscrapers.
Just bob.
Yeah, and they sleep in groups, and it makes it easier for them to sleep all close together.
Yep.
Because they're vertical.
They're all just stacked.
Yeah. It's
next
so
to each other.
Cute. I really recommend looking up sperm whales because they're very sweet and they're very smart and they're just really fascinating, but they're also just so cute. Look them up. Watch a documentary or two.
I will, as long as it doesn't mention beaks.
Be prepared to cry a little bit. No, I don't. The documentary I watched didn't talk about that.
Okay, cool. We'll post the link.
But it also, like, it's nature.
Yep.
And it's that, those are squid that have the beaks.
Yeah, no, I fully understand what's going on.
Sperm whales.
I just don't like it.
Would never do.
I'm not blaming the sperm whales. It's the beaks are the disturbing part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird that the rest of their body is rather gelatinous.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I may be so bold.
That'd be like.
But then they have a fucking beak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be like finding out that an octopus has like a little lobster claw that just like randomly comes out and grabs stuff.
Speaking of octopuses.
Oh God. I don't like this either. Can we vote on this? I don't like this. I don't like it. I know what you're gonna say. I don't like it.
Wait, no, you don't know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say. You already told me.
No, I didn't tell you what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So speaking of octopuses.
Octopi.
Well, okay, I did tell Kate earlier that octopi is not actually the correct word.
Nope.
The correct word is octopuses.
Nope.
Anyway, about octopuses.
Mm-hmm.
They have 8 tentacles. Is that right?
8 legs. Plenty of tentacles.
Yes.
The tentacles are the suction cuppy things on the legs. Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
They have 8 legs, and so they have a brain in their head.
Yeah.
And then, believe it or not,
where's the beak?
And then they have 8 smaller brains in each leg. And so sometimes when they eat, the way that their digestive system is, it goes like from their mouth out into their legs. And if they take too big of a bite of something, it can go past their little leg brain and crush their leg brain. And so every time they eat something, they risk brain damage.
Fuck. Hold on.
What? We have to stop recording at midnight.
Wait a second. Because, okay, no. This might need to be like a whole fucking episode. So, octopi, I reject your notion.
It's octopuses.
It's so bad. But the
internet would not lie to me.
So, yeah, there's nothing untrue on the internet. So they are so smart that they basically have 9 brains. They have the brain power of 9 different brains.
Well, the one in their head is the biggest, and that is the main brain.
Sure, yes. But with all that intelligence, they take too big of a bite and it fucks up their brain. It gives them brain damage from too big of a bite.
If they take too big of a bite, then yes, they can get brain damage.
How big are these brains? Like, these are, okay, we know that the sperm whale has a 17-pound brain. These have to be like half-pound brains each.
I would assume they're quite small.
It's like the big one is like maybe a pound or something. Like, it's got to be so, because how can you have that much brain power and then be like, like that stops your brain. That really? That's it? That's all it takes? Really?
Well, because if
you just didn't go. You just
physically
you couldn't just chomp. You have to That's gonna kill part of your brain forever. Were you even using it to begin with? Is my question. If that,
But
it's like if you breathe too heavily, it punctures a lung or something. Like, how can you? It's the most. Just don't do that. Then maybe just don't do that, and then it won't.
Well, maybe they do it once, and then one of their brains gets damaged, and then they learn their lesson. It's like a cat with 9 lives. Octopuses have 9 brains. So they have 9 chances
to not just like chew normal.
I don't know. I don't actually have any information about this.
Wow. Okay. Nature is
fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It does.
Especially things that live in the ocean.
Yeah.
As we have discussed previously.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore.
No. Well, I
hope you learned something. And I hope it disturbed you as much as it did me.
I came up with 5 perfectly acceptable facts to give you and our audience at the end of this episode, and yet somehow it has still turned into a disaster.
And then you dropped another fact.
Oh yeah, I guess that was my fault.
That was the 6th fact. That's the devil's number.
Because I was like, I always end it, and Kate is like, you're supposed to bring it up at the end. You didn't bring it up at the end. And I was like, okay, I'll just just
talk about too big of a bite of something giving brain damage. Irreparable brain damage to an octopi.
I know.
A pecan pie.
Pecan! Okay, we're done. We're done. Our next episode, which comes out on Monday, is going to be part 1 of a rantathon. Rantathon,
the
volume 1.
First ever Everything's Dumb Rantathon, and we will have more details on the next episode. You'll just have to listen and watch to see.
That's right.
And hear.
Yes.
And we will also be talking.
Yeah.
It's going to be part of it, don't worry. We're not just going to be like...
I literally don't even know what's happening right now.
It's fine.
Okay. Thank you for listening and watching. You can catch more audio episodes wherever you find your podcasts.
If you want to.
I don't know why you would. And video episodes on YouTube and Spotify. Please subscribe if you don't like yourself very much.
Just for fun. just, you know.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have a reason why, but you also don't have a reason why not.
If you can come up with a reason why not, you can write to us at everythingsdumbpod@gmail.com and tell us why you don't think you should subscribe, and we will probably write back and be like, that's fair.
That is a sound reason.
That makes sense.
You can point to this episode if you want.
Logic is on your side.
Great.
We done?
I'm so pleased with this.
Can we go?
Yes, you can follow us on everything at Everything's Dumb Pod.
On everything at everything.
Write to us. I would love to hear from you so that I don't have to just listen to Kate be mean to me all the time. That's about it. We will see you on Monday with our rantathon.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Bye!